Yes. I think we did it, guys. We freaking did it. But for some reason, I'm having dreams about fish again, man. I don't understand that.
And you were mine, and I was yours. And we were fine behind closed doors. No space or time could change it all. And now we find these vacant halls where those pictures used to be. Now it's shattered, broken glass.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TheCryerFamily, and I am back with another video. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today. If you guys have not subscribed to TheCryerFamily, you already know what to do. Turn that bell on so you are subscribed to the channel. But being subscribed to the channel, it only means you are subscribed. You have to turn everything on, guys. That way, when I drop a video, you guys will get the notification. Also, I will be dropping the links to my other channels in the description box down below. As most of you can see, I am back doing daily uploads on the TheCryerFamily channel, which is my prank channel. Thank you guys for going over there, following me, subscribing, and showing me some support over there. And also, I'm back doing daily uploads over on Facebook as well. So I want to say thank you all for following me over there. We are trying to hit 2 million this year on Facebook. We are at almost 1.6 million, guys. So that's not really bad after my first year being over there. So anyway, guys, wow, man, yo, your boy has been up, man, since like 4 something this morning. I had put a post up on my Instagram earlier. For some reason, like for like the last couple months, I'm not gonna lie, like I used to have like the hardest time of sleeping at night. Like I like tossed and turned and tossed and stayed up to like 4 or 5 in the morning where I couldn't sleep. And I've even turned on the thing on YouTube. It's called rain sounds, with like the heavy thunderstorms, the rain sounds in the background, and nothing worked. And so after a while, I started sleeping really good. I was going to bed early, comfortable. And then like last night, for some reason, I just couldn't sleep. I don't know if I had a lot on my mind, which I don't see how, because I'm not really like going through anything or nothing's really bothering me. So I don't know what that was about, but I really had a hard time sleeping last night. But so guys, I was actually going to do this video yesterday for you guys, but I ended up doing something else. But remember a few months ago, I had told you guys, I said, your boy been having a dream about fish. And normally when I have a dream about fish, it's somebody who's really close to me that's pregnant. And so when I did that video a few months ago, I ended up taking the video down for other reasons. But after about a week or two after I took that video down, I found out that it was my daughter, Margaret, that's actually pregnant. And so I was like, I know my dreams don't lie. When I dream about fish, those dreams are real. And it's not about if I'm cooking fish or I got a taste for fish. The dreams that somebody's pregnant is when I have a dream about fish and I'm actually out fishing. That's when like somebody's pregnant. So it's not just any fish dream. It's a particular fish dream. I have to dream about myself going fishing or sitting at fishing. And I think the one video I did, I said the dream I had was really weird because a lot of the fish was dead that was floating in the water during my dream. And they had the Fish and Wildlife out there taking samples of the water, trying to figure out why these fish had died and blah, blah, blah. And when I posted that video, a lot of people had commented saying sometimes those type of dreams are not bad dreams. Those are actually signs of something great, you know. And I didn't know to believe that or not. It just scared the living heck out of me because I had never had a dream like that about a bunch of dead fish floating on top of the water. I dream about fish. I want to have a dream about me going to have a nice day of fishing on a lake or on the river or whatever the case is. And the reason why I bring that up, guys, is because I recently had a dream again about fish. I'm like, you know, and it was me actually going fishing. I'm like, I don't know where that come from. I don't. And before anybody in the comments say, well, maybe maybe, no. I've been trying to, like, chilling all the way out, man. I've been chilling all the way out. You might as well call me celibate at 53 years old, just for the moment, man. It's the reason for everything. I just choose to, I choose just to move forward with my life without the extra right now, if that makes sense. But anyway, guys, so on one of my live videos I did recently, we was talking about, like, foods that I'm intimidated to cook, stuff that I'm scared to cook, and stuff that I want to cook. I have a taste for, I just don't know how to cook it. So one of the things that I've been wanting to cook is lasagna, but I've always been scared to make lasagna, having a fear that I'm going to mess it up. But I decided to go ahead and come to Walmart today and get some of the ingredients. Now, I've had people in my comments or even in my DMs, I think NASCAR Gang, Lisa Emery, a few other people came into my Instagram and were sending me ingredients on how to make lasagna. And so I decided, well, why not go ahead and get the ingredients? So I'm not going to make it exactly the way that they told me how to make that lasagna. I'm going to actually add my own touch to it, because I'm going to be pretty much the only one eating it. I mean, I definitely wouldn't invite anybody over my house to eat my lasagna for the first time. So I'm going to read a couple things that I got jotted down in my phone. I ended up watching a YouTube video yesterday. I ended up watching, actually I watched 1 or 2 YouTube videos yesterday on how to make homemade lasagna. Some of the stuff I've already got at home, but some of the stuff is said in the YouTube video that I watched was one of the ingredients that I'm going to need is onions, which I do have onions. I'm going to also need fresh garlic, ground beef, which I have ground beef. The difference is I'm going to add sausage to my ground beef. So I'm not going to just make it with ground beef. I got a ½ pound of ground beef taken out at home, and it's either a ½ pound or a ¼ pound of ground beef. Let's just say it's a ½ pound of ground beef. I'm gonna get like a small roll of sausage to cook in that ground beef. I know a lot of people have been waiting on this video. A lot of people have been trying to encourage me to do this video. So we're gonna make this happen. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so we are inside of Walmart. The first thing I'm going to do is find the sausage that I need. I don't think it really matters what type of sausage. Here's the thing right here. If I mess up on it the first time, that's okay, because we learn as we go, right? So we're gonna get a pack of this Jimmy Dean premium pork sausage. I'm preferring to kind of go with the beef sausage though. We're gonna see if they got the beef sausage, because I'm making ground beef. This is pork sausage as well right here. I'm trying to see if I can find one that just has beef. Premium sausage, added preservatives. I'm trying to think, or does it really matter if I use pork or beef sausage? I'm actually thinking that it probably really don't matter, guys. We're probably gonna go with the pork sausage. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, I don't have nothing against pork. I eat pork all the time. Not as much as I used to eat pork, but so we're gonna go with one of these Jimmy Dean pork sausages. Only need 1 pack. Again, I'm not gonna make a huge big pan of it, because at the end of the day, it's just me. I'm not feeding like a full family or nothing like that. And I noticed that I'm right here by the pasta aisle, and I do need like the lasagna pasta sauce, and I also need like the shells. I almost said the spaghetti noodles, but the shells. So we're gonna go over here and see if we can find those. So we got to go with the sauces now. Okay, so right here, I wonder if you just use like regular spaghetti sauce, or is it like a lasagna sauce that they have? Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out. They have this is the piece of sauce right here. Something not for sure. And homemade pizza sauce. Ragu pizza sauce. That is not the sauce I'm looking for. I bet you I find those shells, because I'm seeing a lot of like shells for noodles and stuff. lasagna shells. You know what the crazy thing is, guys? I've never in my life bought lasagna shells. Never really had a reason to. I'm not for sure if I'm gonna find those over here or not. I see all the other shells, but I even see spaghetti shells, but I do not see the lasagna. Let me find out. My first time making lasagna, and they don't have lasagna shells. Oh. Here we go right here, guys. Check it out. $1.84. Oh, this is opened. They don't have many left either. Look at this box. It's all the way open. Well, I don't want that, man. Oh my God, they only got 2 boxes. Please don't let this be open. Thank God. So this box is not open. I hope they're not broken. But as you guys see, this is the only box they had right here. Well, these 2 boxes, the only ones they had. And the other one is open. So this says, this is the lasagna shells. And that's crazy because this is the only box they have left. Why does this box look like it's like the generic brand? Because it says great value. I don't have anything against generic brand. Hell, I shop at Dollar Tree. So I have nothing against it. But I'm gonna see if they have like a different shell. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. He said, oh, these are oven ready shells. I don't know if I want to go with that or not because what's the difference? Okay, these say these are oven ready, but aren't they all oven ready though? Because I'm going to put it in the oven. I believe I have to do. Okay, these are $1.47. I mean $2.47. I think I'm actually going to go with this pack. Plus this box looks like it has more than this box does. Let's see what the difference is. Okay, so this is the Barilla, and this is the Great Value. I think I'm gonna go with this one because this one has more shells in it than this one. Although this one is $1 cheaper, I'm still gonna go with the other one. So, all right, I'm feeling like I'm getting close, guys. So we got the sausage for the ground, that's gonna be mixing with the ground beef. We have the shells. Now we're already in the aisle with the sauces. Now I'm not for sure what sauce I should get because I'm not making spaghetti. So I don't know if I have to use lasagna sauce or if they even have a such thing as lasagna sauce. Not for sure how that works. I may have to shut this off and go to my notes just to see. Make sure I don't make a mistake. I'm wondering if you can just use spaghetti sauce. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just regular spaghetti sauce. I'm not for sure. Let's see. I made that spaghetti a couple weeks ago. I used that Italian. That Italian was really good. I really love that. Let's see here. Okay. So this is the Prego meat sauce, Italian sausage, and garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this, but I'm not gonna throw the towel in yet because I want to make sure that I'm getting the right sauce. Even though this is my first time making it, I don't want to destroy it the first time. Let's see what else. We have to get cottage cheese because most of the stuff I already got at home, like the ground beef, the onions, I got the garlic at home. Just something else I may want to add to it. Oh, I definitely gotta get the cheese. Not this type of cheese. So I gotta go back to the cold section, to the dairy products, and get the mozzarella cheese. And the video I watched, it said use mozzarella cheese. But on mine, I'm gonna actually use the mozzarella cheese and I'm gonna use the American cheese. Okay guys, so on the video I watched, the lady used like a different type of cheese. I don't know if it was Parmesan cheese, but she had cracked like an egg or something over it into it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to use cottage cheese. And again, I'm going to be cutting up my own onions, my own garlic. So I'm going to be using this. I didn't get a really big one because I don't want it to go to waste. And being that I'm lactose, I don't know how my stomach is going to react to this cottage cheese. So now we're going to move on over to the cheese area. It says we need mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna grab some mozzarella cheese and some shredded cheese. Oh man, here we go, right here. It's right here. That should be, I think one pack of this should be enough. So again, this is the great value mozzarella. This is $3.98, and then they got the shredded cheese. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, I guess I could have got the shredded and the mozzarella just mixed together, right? But that probably wouldn't be enough. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 packs of these because the cheese is what's really gonna set the whole dish off. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, like I made it before. So right now, I think I'm getting close, guys. I got the sauce. I have the mozzarella, shredded cheese with the regular cheese. I got the meat. I got the shells. I got the cottage cheese. Now, I don't think I have any cooking pans at home. So I think one of the last things I'm gonna grab is maybe 1 or 2 of the oven tinfoil pans. That way, if it comes out good, I can take it and break it down and put it inside like my extra dishes and maybe be able to eat it later on, or who knows. Finally, gonna go ahead and do this lasagna. I am a little bit nervous, but again, like I said, I learned how to make chili, I learned how to make spaghetti, and you only get better with practice. So I'm gonna show you the ingredients that I got right now, guys, but first I'm gonna show you this right here. So as you had seen earlier in the clip, I did go to Walmart and I got some sausage. I had already had a pack of ground beef. Now, I decided to go ahead and use sausage and ground beef instead of just ground beef, just to give it like that extra little flavor. I mean, everybody has a different way that they do stuff. And so my first lasagna I'm actually going to be using sausage as well. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start breaking this up as it's cooking. I know some people would say, well, maybe you should break that up before you put it in the pan, but I decided to just do it this way. That way I can go ahead and get this nice and mixed up. I have not seasoned anything yet, guys, and I'm gonna show you very shortly why I haven't seasoned anything. So as I said earlier, I'm really excited to even be doing a dish like this because this was always one of the dishes I wanted to make, but I've always been intimidated. You ever been intimidated to make something because you didn't know how to make it? And in most cases, that's why a lot of us are intimidated to make certain dishes, because we don't know how to do it. Or we're intimidated to take a chance doing certain things because we're scared to do it, because we're not willing to take a chance. So I decided today, Saturday, you know, it's the 2nd day of March, and I decided, you know what? Why not go ahead and give this a try? Now, I'm trying to do everything the right way. I know, like, when I use certain cooking utensils for certain stuff, people say, hey, don't use metal spatulas, don't use this. So hopefully this spatula that I'm using, it has the metal hand on it, and it has like the metal grip and stuff like that. I have like a different variety of stuff right here in this jar that I use for different cooking stuff, you know, in my little knife set right there. So yeah, so right now I got the meat and I got the ground beef and the sausage both cooking together. What I did earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and chop this up just a little bit more, guys, and I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the stuff that I went ahead and got. That real chopped up, really good. Now, if I mess up on this the first time, guys, please don't judge me, because again, like I said, you know, you only get better with time. You don't get worse with time. Anything that you do, you only get better the more that you do it, as long as that you're willing to apply yourself. That's the most important thing. As long as that you're willing to apply yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead, let this cook down a little bit, and I'm gonna show you guys why I haven't seasoned anything and what I'm gonna be using to actually season the meat. So the first thing to do is to make the meat sauce for the lasagna. So right here, I don't have one of those hard trays for home, so I went with the tinfoil tray right here. I've got the cottage cheese right here. I've already opened up everything to make it a lot easier so I can have easy access to everything as I'm going. So I have my cottage cheese right here. and it's been years since I had cottage cheese. Again, I don't know how my body's gonna react to it because I am lactose. By the way, I cut myself earlier while I was cutting up the other stuff like the onions and the fresh garlic, but I'm gonna show you that. So I have the shredded cheese, I have the mozzarella and the regular cheese. I actually bought 2 bags. I was told that you have to use a whole lot of cheese when you're making lasagna, so I got stuff kind of spread it out a little bit to make it a little bit easier. I went ahead and opened up 1 bag, so we can already have that already. They said that you can use ragu or regular spaghetti sauce. I went with the Italian because it has garlic in it. As you guys know, I love some garlic. I cut up some onions already, pre-cut up the onions, and I have my own seasoning already mixed. I have salt, pepper, paprika. Oh yeah, I got fresh garlic in here. I got all kind of stuff in here, guys. This bowl has all kind of stuff in it, so that's what I'm gonna be using. Oh, I have regular table salt in there as well. I use multiple different ingredients to give it like that flavor. And right here, I went with these lasagna shells. Now I'm gonna tell you what I did before we get started. I kind of messed up. I went ahead and boiled some of these to get them like soft, but I realized that they were starting to break. So I didn't want to go all the way with them breaking on me like that. So I decided to only boil like a few of them, and the rest of them I'm going to just be using to, you know, it's going to all come together. Let's just put it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down while I stir this meat up a little bit more. Just want to kind of like break it up. And I'm sorry for so much moving around with the camera, guys. I don't have a camera person to actually do that for me, so. But like most of my cooking videos, I'm gonna try to do my best for you guys and take you all with me step by step on how to do it. If you guys decide to make this at home, man, please tag me in a video. You can email me at black_dac2@yahoo.com. Or you can send me a message on Instagram, a DM at Damien Cryer Sr., all lowercasings. So that way you might be able to give me some tips on, you know, something I could do next time. I did talk to one of my relatives today, but I had already left the store, and she was telling me that if it was her, she would have added some pepperonis to her lasagna. Now, you know, everybody's going to have something different that they would want to add to it. But when she said it to me, I had already left the store, and I was like, man, that didn't sound like a bad idea, you know, adding some pepperoni to it. But I can get fancy with that later on down the line. Now, as you guys see, the meat is starting to actually already turn a good brown color. So what I'm going to go ahead and do before I add my sauce on, because this is going to have to cook inside this pan for a while before I do anything else. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my onions. These are sweet onions, guys, and I'm gonna stir this up real good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my seasoning mix put in there. I thought about actually putting the seasoning in before I put the sauce in, but I don't think that really matters. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir them onions up really good. Get them all mixed up in here. Oh yeah, you can already smell them. Once I get the garlic poured over in there, and then the sauce is gonna really give this house a crazy smell. So, this was one of the most, like, since I've been doing YouTube, guys, what, 7 years now? And most of my cooking videos, you guys always hear me saying my worst fear of a dish is making lasagna. It's something I've always wanted to make. And I don't, like, honestly, I'm not gonna cap with you guys. I don't really have anybody that can make this dish for me, you know, who would be willing to actually cook this for me. Because it is time consuming, it does take a little time. So it would be nice if I had that going on where somebody would actually, hey, you know, let's make lasagna for dinner. I mean, that would be really, really awesome. So now, we got this looking like that. I'm gonna bring this closer so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna show you guys the next step I'm gonna do. Guys, see, I have that all mixed in there really good. Again, this is just the sauce right now. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and grab this Prego sauce. It's already pre-opened. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna go ahead and pour this over here first, guys. This is my garlic and my seasonings. So again, guys, I end up making my own concoction with the garlic and everything in it, and salt and pepper. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this right over in there. Get all that out of there. I seen a lady do it on her YouTube video earlier when I was watching a video on how to make this. She didn't use cottage cheese. She used something else. I can't remember the name of it, but she ended up mixing, she ended up breaking the egg off in hers with a little bit of sugar. I thought that was pretty different, but I'm making mine different based on, you know, before I became single, I had a life before my solo life. And I remember eating lasagna years ago, and it had like cottage cheese mixed in with it. And it was actually pretty good. And I think it had, I don't think it had the sausage mixed in with it like the way that I'm making mine, but I think after this cooks, guys, it has to actually simmer for a little bit. And then I'm gonna start laying the noodles out on the little tray and go from there. Okay, it's looking really good, guys. Ooh, I just put that garlic in there. You can smell the difference too. Most important thing, guys, is to get this all mixed up really good, because once you start the lasagna and you start to do the layers, like, you want to make sure that you can taste all the flavors in each bite. You don't want all of the lasagna flavors to be centered to one part of the lasagna. And again, my goal was not to make a big pan because it's just me that's going to be eating this, but you know, again, if it comes out okay, my kids will see the video and they may be like, hey, let us try some of that lasagna. So I feel like I'm missing a step here, guys. But anyway, we're gonna let this go ahead and cook for a few minutes. And I'm gonna show you guys some arrangements that I made with the front room while this is cooking. And then I'm gonna strain this juice off here, the excess juice off here. I'll probably do that off the camera, and then I'll pour my sauce in there. And that way my sauce is all ready for the lasagna. Then we're gonna turn this down just a little bit because the meat is pretty much done. There you go. So that is what it's looking like right now, guys. Instead, I got everything mixed in there. It's mixed really, really well. You know, the more that I'm getting done with it, the more exciting that I'm getting. But the key for me is gonna be when it's time to start doing all of this work right here. But let me show you guys what I did to the front room. Last time that you seen the front room, the television was ridiculously high. So the television was almost all the way to the top of the wall. So I went ahead the other night, since I couldn't really sleep. So I got up, man, it was like 2, 3 in the morning. I was up doing stuff in the house. So I went ahead and I set the TV down some, which was perfect. My concern was the holes that I had up there previously. I was afraid that when I brought the television down, that those holes was going to be protruding, but the television, the width of the television was able to cover up those small holes. And then this table right here, this is actually meant to be like a television stand, but I decided to take the long pole off the back of that stand and make it into like a glass table. I mean, I did buy that like less than a year ago, and I'm using it right now just for the purpose of, like, I got my pictures up there, my kids, my Bible, a couple other little items up there. And this is just for right now until later on down the road I end up getting a fireplace. So I think I have the TV lowered enough to where it'll look really good with the fireplace up under there. So, and this is just a temporary setup. The bar thing right there, like I said, when I bought this glass thing a few years ago, I bought it to do like video reactions, you know, but I didn't realize it was actually a bar. So I took those bottles of wine and just set them on top of the bar, you know, just like a temporary setup right now. So comment down below if you guys think that looked pretty cool. From this angle, it does look a little better. I know some may say that the table is probably, you know, cluttered up, you know, a little cluttered, but I think that it looks nice just for the time being. So that's just like a little something project that I've been working on. And so, yeah. I have the juice all drained off the meat, as you guys can see. It's looking really good. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the sauce in. I'm not for sure how much sauce to put in here, but we're just gonna go, because this is making it saucy, saucy, saucy for the lasagna. So we're gonna use about that much for right now. And I'm gonna be using a different type of mixware this time to stir this up. I've already turned it down extremely low, so now it doesn't cook, it just kind of simmers, and let everything blend in really good together. And this is pretty much the sauce right here, guys. So once this blends and gets all, you know, hooked up the way it's supposed to, then we're gonna pull a chair up and I'm gonna sit down and show you guys step by step how I complete everything else with the layers of the lasagna shells. And then we gotta get the oven preheated, which I don't have it on right now because I still have a little ways to go before we turn the oven on. So I'm starting to feel like lasagna, guys. I'm starting to feel like I'm making some progress on my very, very first lasagna. Right, let's keep it going a little bit more. Yeah, it was more fatted, like more grease in here than I thought it was. It didn't look like it was a lot of grease at first, but it ended up being a whole lot of grease, I guess, with the sausage and the ground beef together. Now, I don't know if that was a smart thing to do, being that the ground beef is beef and the sausage was pork, but we'll see how it tastes, guys. Maybe it'd be a really, really good combination. But we won't know that all the way until all the way at the end of the video. And then we'll know if it was like a really good combination. But I'm definitely considering trying pepperoni next time. I think I have tried lasagna with pepperoni in it before. And I'm not gonna put a lid on this, guys, because I want this to actually thicken up. So that way, when I start to build the lasagna and I start building the layers of the noodles and the meat and cheese and all that stuff, I don't want the meat to like spill over to the side of it. So I'm gonna keep the lid off of it, you know, just to make sure that it thickens up really good. If I put the lid on it, it's gonna be real soupy. And I think I might have poured just the right amount of sauce on here. Again, like I said earlier, if you guys got like some suggestions, you know, like I get like a lot of suggestions on certain meals that I cook for the first time. People give me like a lot of suggestions and I do screenshot those. I don't just heart them. I actually screenshot them. So next time I cook that dish, I can remember to try that new add-on that you guys had, you know, recommended that I try. But more than likely, me making another dish like this anytime soon, within like the next month or so, it's a high probability that I won't make another dish like this anytime soon. But when I do, I definitely will be considering using some of you guys' suggestions that y'all leave me. As you guys can see, the lasagna is the sauce is lasagna-ing. They say this is like the main key right here is the sauce. This is like the heart of the meal right here. So I'm not gonna taste it just yet, but I will eventually in a little while. All right, so we're gonna let that sit and simmer for a little bit. And as you guys see, it is 4:00 p.m. on the dot. So the next step is gonna be coming over here, and this is where we're gonna have the fun at over here with the noodles, the shells, and start putting the layers in there, the cottage cheese, and all that fun stuff. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm sitting here wondering if I should use this or should I use the glass one? Because I want you guys to be able to see everything. I think we'll just stick with this, and then next time we'll just use the glass one. Okay guys, so now we are close to the final step now, and I hope that you guys can see everything good. I had to break out my taller tripod just for this video, so I was able to show you guys step by step how I do everything. Again, I have some shells right here that I already had boiled earlier But what I did not like, because one video I had watched on YouTube, it said that you could actually use the shells without actually boiling them. So, but I noticed when I boiled these that they seem to start falling apart and stuff. So I decided to just do it like I seen on the video. So on the first step that I've seen them do after the sauce is done, you guys might notice I'm using a totally different spoon right here. And I got my meat sitting right here. Hope you guys can see everything. And it says to actually layer the bottom of their pan with the sauce. So we're gonna get plenty of sauce on the bottom of this pan to make sure that it's all evened out on the bottom. I had to put a towel up under it because the pan that I cooked in is still kind of warm. Ooh, can you guys see the top of my head? Okay, so I made some adjustments, like the top of my head was missing. So we're gonna put a little bit more sauce on the bottom, just as they said in the video that I watched. It's kind of crazy how you can watch stuff on YouTube and learn how to do everything that you need to do on YouTube. Like me starting off ever watching YouTube, obviously I was watching my children. That's what made me really started, you know, watching YouTube more. And when I was married, I had to learn how to fix brakes on a car, change the oil, how to fix a washing machine and dryer. So YouTube showed me everything. So we're gonna put a little bit more sauce at the bottom. And we got it all spread out nice and neat. So you guys can see that step right there. And we're gonna take the first layer of noodles, lay them right along the bottom of the pan. I accidentally broke one of them, but we can just piece that right on there with it. And so we're gonna use, so I got 12 right here that's already boiled. So we're gonna see if we can actually just make that work. I'm trying to see what the next step was here. Bear with me guys, this is my first time doing this. You know what, I need a spoon. So we're gonna use a plastic spoon for the cottage cheese. So right now, this is what the first layer is looking like, guys. So if my memory serves me right, I think we're gonna put another layer of meat on top of the shells. Now I gotta be really careful I spread the meat out so I don't rip the shells. Just when I thought I didn't make enough meat, turns out I actually made plenty of meat. And it's doing exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want it to be all runny where it ran all off the side of it. I want it to look really nice. So this is probably gonna be 3 layers because I got 12 shells here. So it's gonna be like 3 layers. So it looks like I will be using all of the sauce. I was a little nervous at first, like maybe I'm gonna have too much sauce left. So it looks like I'm gonna have enough sauce for everything because we still got 2 more layers to go up. Hey, you know, when I was watching a video on how to make lasagna, the lady in the video, she said making lasagna is so relaxing. And when she said it, I thought it was kind of odd. Like, why would she say making lasagna is so relaxing? But now that I'm actually doing a lasagna, man, I'm not gonna lie, she was telling the truth in the video. If I remember the name of that lady's channel that I watched on how to make homemade lasagna, I'm gonna mention it in this video if I don't forget. But she was right, it is relaxing. I mean, you get to sit down, engage with everyone who's watching the video and stuff like that. So now we got the second layer meat. And before I put the second layer of shells on top, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some of my cheese. Add that right on that bad boy, just like that. This is really relaxing. I mean, it really is. I mean, some of y'all might laugh at what I'm gonna say. It almost feels kind of therapeutic a little bit. Like, I mean, it literally feels really therapeutic. So now we got that. And now we're gonna put another layer on top of the lasagna, which is, so that's what it's looking like now with the cheese. So we're gonna put another layer of shells on top. And then on this next layer, we're gonna go ahead and add the cottage cheese. 2. I got these evenly spread out to 12 of them to be exact. Oh, maybe a little bit more than 12. How did I not catch that? There we go. Hey, that's the second layer. So now we're gonna go ahead and add, now I'm not gonna put a whole lot of sauce on the second layer part because I'm gonna pack it with the cottage cheese and a whole lot more cheese. They say the cheese is what actually makes the lasagna. So we got just enough left for one more layer. So this actually worked out really, really well, guys. I'm really impressed. By the way, if you guys hear a beep in the background here in the next minute or so, I have the oven preheating as we speak. So if you guys hear that beeping, that's what that is. It was recommended to set the oven, one video said set it to 350, but the other two videos I watched actually said set it on 375. They recommended 375. They also said that this is the step to where when you put it in the oven, they said do not get comfortable and walk away from that oven, because something about the oil, the grease and stuff, you will see it starting to bubble and pop. But they say you do not want to walk away from the oven once it goes in the oven. So guys, we got just enough meat left perfectly for one more layer. And this is what it's looking like so far. I cannot wait till this come out the oven so I can show you guys what it looks like. I think they said not to cut it open until it actually cools down. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to squeeze that all into this video without making this video a full hour long. Some of you guys love long videos, some of you guys despise long videos. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start the cottage cheese process. Now, I know when I eat this, I'm gonna have to stay home for a couple of days because I don't do very well with dairy products. But anyway, let's just get this cottage cheese all spread it out. And if you guys have a suggestion down below, trust me, I take constructive criticism very well. That's one thing about me as being a YouTuber, and I do YouTube full time. Yes, I do. One thing about being a full-time YouTuber is it took me a while to actually learn constructive criticism. And I used to get upset or get really offended when people said certain things about, you know, certain videos that I do. But now I don't let it bother me. I actually take constructive criticism extremely well. So if you guys have a suggestion about something that I did wrong or something that I should have did different, man, listen, feel free to leave that comment. I'm not gonna feel no type of way because this is how I learn. And instead of me getting upset about constructive criticism, I start really listening to it now and paying attention to it. And this is the reason why I'm able to do more stuff like this, because I love doing stuff like this, man. And again, this was one of my biggest fears right here, was doing this particular dish right here. But now I'm glad that I'm able to actually do it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna put cheese on here, and then I'm gonna put the other layer of meat on top of this same exact layer right here, guys. Oh, that's the one that's closed. Looks like I won't be using both packs at all, or after all, but who knows, maybe I'll taste it and find out that I should have used more cheese, but who knows, we'll just see. You know what, I'm thinking, can I get one more layer up there? This is gonna be huge, man. Nope, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? Let's go ahead and do this first. I just thought about something. Wow, this is really relaxing. I'm actually tripping. I usually don't comment on other people's videos all the time, but I may comment on this person's video that I've watched and actually tell them that what they said in their video was right, that this is really, really relaxing. But yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of cheese on this, guys, because again, better that I use a little bit more than less. And y'all always say, more is better, right? Or is it bigger is better? Okay. So we're gonna do a thin layer now, guys. This is gonna be the final layer. We're gonna do a very thin layer. This time I'm gonna actually push this down a little bit, because we still have a little bit of meat sauce left. And I wanna make sure that I use everything. Everything. There we go. And we got 3 shells left. So let's go ahead and spread this out. This is gonna be a really thin layer on top because there's not a whole lot of sauce left. But that's fine though. We got it. They said only use cottage cheese on one layer, so I'm not gonna go crazy and use any more of the cottage cheese because y'all boy is already gonna be feeling it when this is done. So since we got this last layer done, I don't know, am I supposed to put cheese on that top layer or how does that work? I can't remember. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put a lot more cheese on the final layer. Hopefully, since I only got like a little bit sauce left that went on the top, that when it comes out the oven, it won't look really sloppy and stuff like that, so. Put cheese on there. So we actually have 4 layers, guys. Get on over there. This is gonna be one cheesy lasagna. Yep, I guess we are gonna use it all. So this is what I'm gonna do. We have just a little bit cheese left in this bag. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add these last 3 shells right to the top portion of it. And then I'm gonna use the little bit cheese that's left over. I'll put it right on top of the lasagna. Voila. Hey, yes, yes, yes. I think we did it, guys. We freaking did it. Oh, it's heavy too. Look at that, guys. It is heavy, heavy, heavy. Oh, yeah. Now I'm wondering, and this is where I'm stuck at right here. Since I got it lasagnaed up, should I actually use the last little? We're just gonna answer that real quick. I'm gonna get it real simple and just slap this right on top of here. Why not? It's just a little bit left. That cheese right on top of there. I'm gonna bring the camera in closer so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna do it this next step off of camera so you guys won't see it, but I'm gonna show you before I actually do this, before I bring you guys in closer. So, cut the cheese. All right. Okay, that's that. Get your butt over here. In case anybody's wondering what the aluminum foil is for and what the pan is for. In the video I watched, it recommended that before I put the layer of aluminum foil on top of this, to spray a little bit of this pan on top of that aluminum foil. That way when it comes out the oven, all of your cheese and everything won't 100% stick to the top of that aluminum foil. All right, guys, there it is. There it is. Before it goes into the oven, guys, this is my first homemade lasagna ever in the history. Like I said, I've always wanted this, man, but I don't really, like I said, I'm not trying to come with a sob story like I'm just down bad, but I just don't have anyone to make me this type of stuff as much as I would love to. But right now I am on my own making dishes like this. And you know, it's actually not too bad because it also gives me a chance to actually learn how to do dishes like this and things like that. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to get this wrapped up, get it put in the oven. You guys notice I cleaned up all of my mess, but I turned the camera off. Once again, I have the oven already preheated to 375 degrees. I'm actually gonna turn the oven light on because they said that you do not wanna walk away from that oven too much while this is cooking because you could have some serious issues. So we're gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up, guys. So I'm gonna open this foil up and spray it with that pan, just the top part of it. So that way, when I pull it out the oven, everything don't stick. So when we turn this camera back on, guys, hopefully I will be able to show you guys something really, really nice. I am so happy. Okay, guys, the moment that we have been waiting on. So we have been in the oven for an upwards 25 to 30 minutes. The oven is still on 375. So from what I was told was to make sure I cooked it with aluminum foil on extremely tight. The next step is taking aluminum foil off to see how it looks, and then push it back in the oven to let the top part of the lasagna brown. So I think we are just about ready for that part. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off. As you guys see, that oven is still on right now. Man, I am still getting used to using gas stoves. I used to look down there and see where that yellow flame at. It used to be like an orange look because it was electric. So still getting used to using electric stove. Oh my God, look at that, guys. Oh yeah. It's looking pretty good so far. It's looking really yummy, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna actually put the foil back on here for like another 15 minutes. I'm not extremely satisfied with the softness of those shells just yet, but I know they're not going to be soft to where they just dissolve into the food. So we're gonna let this go ahead and go back in the oven for another 20 minutes with the lid back on it again. I'm sorry, with the tin foil back on it. And then we're gonna pull it out 20 minutes later, and then we're gonna go ahead and let it brown on top. So I may not take you guys through that whole step of me doing all that and that. I'm gonna let you guys see like the final results of it. And I was also told that you can't really cut it, or they recommend not cutting it open until it is actually cooled off. Well guys, my lasagna is just about done. I have one more final step, and I have to put it back in the oven to let the top brown and let it finish doing its thing, man. But I am so freaking excited. Unfortunately, guys, and I want to apologize right now, I won't be able to do the taste test today. As you guys heard my phone ringing earlier, I have a situation that I have to address like right now, and it's pretty serious. But I just want to show you guys like the results of this right now, guys. And I'm going to actually do a part 2 to this video tomorrow. Again, I do apologize if you guys made it this far in this video that I have to end it off like this, but I won't be able to finish this part of the video today. But I promise you guys, tomorrow, Sunday, I will finish the rest of this video tomorrow. But I have to really get some things handled real quick. But this is what it's looking like right now. You guys see the oven is still on 375. And this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna let this finish cooking when I get back home. Not sure what time I'm gonna make it back home this evening. Actually got to go to the hospital. But I'm gonna finish the part of this video tomorrow, and I'm also gonna do the mukbang for you guys and let you guys, you know, give you guys my overall opinion. And besides, the video is really longer than I thought. That, you know, a lot longer than I would want this video to be. So tomorrow I will have a whole lot more time on my hand to be able to sit down and eat it, give you guys my overall opinion of it, what it tastes like, guys, and we can, you know, talk about some other stuff, man. Especially this dream I had, man. I don't know what's going on, man, but for some reason I'm having dreams about fish again, man. I don't understand that. I do know that my daughter is pregnant. A few months ago, I did have a dream about fish, and come to find out that it was my daughter who's actually pregnant. And normally when I have a dream about fish, it's normally about somebody that I'm extremely, extremely close to. I don't just have dreams like that out of nowhere. Whenever I tell you guys I have a dream about fish, you guys already know I'm always 100% on point. So we do know that my daughter's pregnant, but what I don't know is why I had another dream about fish, man. That is so odd. And before any of y'all even start saying, well, Mr. Cryer, maybe, no. Your boy has just been completely just doing my thing. I've been working on the house and just staying completely out of everybody's way. Not me this time, guys. I'm not expecting this time. That I can promise you guys on a stack of Bibles that I'm not expecting this time. But somebody is. I don't know. Maybe it could be one of my cousins back home in Indiana. Or maybe some of my family is holding some secrets from your boy. I'm gonna find out. But the truth, it always comes to light. When I find out, you guys gonna find out. But I know that I'm 100% right. Anyway, comment down below if you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think I should have did different in this video? But you guys can most guaranteed stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because tomorrow I will be doing the mukbang of this homemade lasagna with the Crier family. So I'm gonna give you one more look at it real quick. Yeah, yeah, that boy did it. That boy did. Oh yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this off, guys, because I got like a 46, 47-minute drive. So I love you guys, man. Thanks again for watching it. And I apologize to wait the video had to end, but y'all know how it is. You can't prevent things from happening, especially emergencies, but I need to get out of here. I love you, and I'm gonna see you guys in tomorrow's video. Again, thank you for watching. Until next time, it's your boy Damian Crier, and I'm out. Peace.